I was in theaters and the trailer came on and I'm watching it, and it's got some moments there where you're building sort of this. The magic thing immediately tricked me on. I was like, okay, so we're dealing with sort of a unique character instead of just making him like just your standard character. So there's a little bit of
he's already got a thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was like, okay, so he's got a little attitude, and then we get into this like pressure system, and then we're doing the drug stuff, and then he's got a little bit of physical power on the side, and it's really only towards the end where he catches the bat that I was like, oh my god, that's a metal bat. Is this a Static Shock trailer?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Is this a Static Shock trailer?
Everything was metal, and then they had that shot after the gun scene of the power, like all the power lines everywhere.
And I was like, well, and then he put the electricity on his shoulder with the magnets, and I'm like, oh, is that Virgil? Please tell me that's Virgil, please.
And it's not. That's cool. Like it's fine.
No, it
looks like a cool movie. I mean, it looks pretty straightforward and simple as far as like, but I don't know, like. I feel like a lot of people would bag on I'm seeing it's obviously like a person of color and they've got a lot of racial diversity in this movie and it's something outside, but the thing that I found super refreshing about as far as a superhero origin story, I was like, this person needs superpowers, and needs to develop them. I don't know, it's not that Spider-Man thing where with great power becomes great responsibility. It just it seems like a very plot driven no, he has superpowers and now he's I have a very real reason in my life why I need these and need to do something with them.
He's trapped and he grows and
that's what's got me super pumped for this movie.
Yeah, it's what is it? It feels like black powder. It's gonna ignite. You're like, okay, cool. I want to see this scenario pan out. Hopefully they didn't do one of those trailers where they just show the whole movie. Because one thing about the trailer is it's kind of not exciting until the very end. Yeah. So you're like, is that the whole movie though?
And the feeling I thought if I had made this movie, which I haven't seen, and I had cut a trailer together, the huge thing I would have done is I didn't know he was gonna just have straight up telekinesis by the until the end of the trailer, but he's doing magic tricks. So it's so I want to see this guy somehow, from a character perspective, he's got to be the best at magic tricks.
Yeah,
That's what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be no, he's a superhero who does magic tricks, and
fistful of dust.
He does some kind of gun shootout thing. Except he does
really
sleight of hand.
You know what really pushes that idea, and that's where I started to lose me a little bit. Is that one scene where she's got the card and she's putting it on the window, and right before that she's like, "I'm gonna help you figure this out," and you're like, "Are they just gonna do some weird rom-com heist movie? What's going on?"
Yeah, no, and because that's the magic go-to. Let's be real.
Exactly.
But I wanted him to be no, I'm the best at magic tricks, and that's why that's my superpower. And so they did telekinesis instead, which kind of makes the magic thing kind of I don't know. I would have done it maybe not as heavy on the magic tricks because he's doing card tricks too, which isn't really.
Well, it's
levitation,
but it's control.
Kind of,
it's control,
but it didn't really need to be
Yeah. I like the card stuff. I like that it makes him kind of quirky. I like that it makes him a loser because he does magic. No, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm that kid, because there's only ever one kid in your... Every class has one.
Every school had one kid that did magic.
And because they just go all in on it, and everyone else is well,
which is cool. It's its own thing.
It's cool, but I just love that they made him that character. Okay, because they could have easily just made him a regular dude.
Well, but and you were saying Static Shock too. One of the things, they rely a lot on quotes coming up in this trailer too. It is a longer trailer, so I'm gonna give it a little bit of that, but not a lot happens in the trailer. And they rely on genre bending, and every time that came up, I was and then there was one from the Nerds, and I was okay, so it is a superhero movie,
exactly.
But I didn't really get that until the end of it being kind of the trailer. If the trailer had not had those quotes in it, I would not have interpreted it as a superhero movie, really,
it's
per
true.
se.
It's true.
But overall, I'm absolutely intrigued.
Oh, absolutely
intrigued.
Definitely want to see the next trailer that comes out.
Yes.
It has sufficiently built a spark of hype inside me.
And if those quotes are to be believed, there's something there. Absolutely.
It could be. And maybe this movie will get people excited about making a Static Shock movie, because they should just do that. So
and just independent super movies that are not.
I think that's finally happening.
Established brands.
We're finally getting to that point where it's Venom is getting a movie, for God's sakes. I mean, they're gonna get everybody. Yeah. It's happening now. Movies are just happening.
It's beautiful. Let us know what you thought about Sleight. And what you think. Are you going to see it? Make sure you like this video if you liked it. Subscribe for more videos.
I'm interested.
And We'll see you guys later.